everyone, it's James from SoundLink Magazine, and you're watching SoundlinkTV. I'm joined by my guests tonight, Dan, Corbin, and Sam from Dead Cassette. How are you?
Good, how are you, man?
What's up, man?
Great. I'm already laughing at your name, Dollar Store.
It said we had the option to add a headline, like a tagline, and I was like, that's perfect.
That's beautiful. I was going to ask already because I saw the video. I saw Dan screaming in freaking Dollar General.
Oh, yeah, dude.
That was amazing. Yeah.
How the heck did you guys get that start? First of all, was that the actual manager of the store?
No, not the manager. He's a worker. Okay, so I work on cars, and my shop is located right next door to a Dollar General. So I go in there all the time for like Red Bulls and random snacks. So I was just talking on the group chat for our band one night, and just, I don't know, out of the blue came up. We were spitballing ideas, and just that was something that just kind of entered my mind. I was like, dude, I could go to Dollar General, you know, since we were called a dollar store wage war before.
That's our favorite insult about us ever. So we put it on a shirt and made money off of it. So we really appreciate the insult because we're flattered. But
yeah, someone said we sound like a dollar store wage war. So that's where the idea came from. So yeah, I work right next door. I was like, dude, I have to find a way to pull this off. So I went over there.
You went there at like 7 a.m, didn't you? Or right when they opened?
Yeah, because I wanted to make sure that he wasn't busy because, you know, they only have 1 or 2 workers at a time. So, yeah, I just went over there the day prior, and I was like, dude, I'm in a band. So cool, make this happen. Can we please make this happen? And he was like, yeah, dude.
He's like, bro, I need the clout. Can you please let me make a video?
I know, and I was like, all I need you to do is just stand behind the register and, like, blank face, dude. That's all I need you to do.
He killed it, though.
I know, and he was like, I'm really good at that. And I know he's good at that because every time I go in there, that's the face he has.
Can you just imagine his store manager going back and watching the film the next day?
We ended up showing it to them. Yeah, it was. Yeah, they loved it. Yeah. Yeah. So
as a man who used to work at a Dollar General, I can't confirm that is normal behavior on a.
Yeah, dude.
So, first of all, are you wearing a Bratz t-shirt?
It's just it just says Brad. Yeah.
Jesus. So that's one of my favorite things. I saw you guys on Spotify. I saw Barry on Spotify. And I was like, these guys seem cool. Listen to the sound. Then I found your socials. And I was like, holy shit, these guys are hilarious. Yeah. That does not stop me in any way of loving you guys even more. That was just, I thought was hilarious. And then I saw the Brat shirt and I was like, what the hell? But that checks out. I'm curious, how did you guys meet?
Oh, man. So I actually started the band in 2019 with our bass player. And he and I had been in bands together for like a decade before that since we were like really young. And we started it. We did a couple things with some other people. And then we met Arthur. We had a previous vocalist before who came in around Arthur. And then we found Sam. We had a drummer at the time, and he wanted to go do other stuff. He had like a really good big boy job. So I knew Sam for a long time through just other bands. We talked to each other. We never like really knew each other, but he tells the story better than I do.
It's basically Corbin and I were just music scene homies. We would see each other at a show and shoot the shit, update each other on band stuff because my previous projects, I was the band dad, so we would just bitch about being band dads.
It's fair.
And, yeah, pretty much just him and I being civil to each other. And I was inactive at the time. I didn't have a project. And I get a message from Corbin, who's never messaged me on the internet before. I'm like, I'm about to be in a band. And, I gave him, like, a timeline because they had shows lined up. And I was out of music for, like, almost 4 years. And like because of COVID and all that shit. And I was honestly worried about not being in love with music anymore because I was out of it for a long time. So I'm like, I'll get you guys through these shows at minimum. And then I decided, but like 2 or 3 practices in, we're all acting a fool, being silly. I'm like, yeah, I'm going to be in this band probably.
Now we're here a couple of years later and Dan just joined back in January. So, but yeah, we've been at it for a few years, and this is the newly reformed lineup. We never really stopped. We just kind of trugged along, and filled the spaces where need be, and now we've got a bunch of dumbasses, and it's hilarious. For me, at least, I don't really care if anybody else laughs as long as we do.
I'm laughing. I think you're funnier than hell.
We're gonna laugh at ourselves first, so we're just like, all right. Hopefully, somebody else does.
What I find kind of amusing is you guys. You mentioned Arthur, who is unfortunately not here tonight.
Yeah,
Fuck
he's
that
at
guy.
the Scene Queen show right now.
So Sam, this is addressed to you.
Oh boy.
What's the deal with this bromance, man? I've seen it.
I don't even know. What is the deal?
So I think so. It was just like a casual. It started as just like a post, just some stupid post of him and I. We were recording my first song with the band at the time, and it was just like a two bros in the bathroom click. Right? We're like, wow, that did pretty well on the internet for no reason. And Arthur has a pretty good internet presence with his various stuff, and yeah, it just kind of popped off, and then it turned into like a joke, like, haha, it's time, you know.
Now I don't think they're joking anymore.
Now we're probably fully in love, and
They're probably married at this point. I feel like.
They're engaged.
Nothing.
They're engaged.
I saw that Valentine's Day post and thought this is getting a little bit spicy.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you kind of mentioned the bathroom scene. I saw a picture of. I think you might know where this is going. I saw a picture of.
I don't. It could go a lot of different ways.
I saw a picture of, I believe it was Sam in the bathroom with somebody from 6 Deep, high-fiving.
Oh, yeah.
me and Joel in the bathroom.
Yeah. So one of the guys who works at SoundLink is a photographer, and he shot you guys one of those shows.
Oh,
He
really?
sent me that picture, and he goes, "This is who you're interviewing in a nutshell." And it's like, that checks out in a way.
Oh, was it Andrew?
Yeah.
Yeah, Andrew took that picture.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I think he did the one of
Me and Joe did prom pictures there.
yeah, I think that there was also the one of just all of that show was just like all of our friends that we've come up with for years. I was like, I tagged all the drummers because they're all my friends. I'm like, why don't we do a bathroom stall photo together at that show? and it looks tough as nails for no reason. So
It does look tough, too. Like, it could be an album cover if you really wanted it to be.
right.
So that being said, talking about the Ohio scene, I didn't realize that. Like, you guys are a part of what is a very stacked Ohio scene right now.
It's insane.
Yeah,
there's a lot of competition.
You guys, like, kind of, what is the Ohio scene like, and what is your relationship with those guys?
So, actually, 6 Deep, they practice, like, right around the corner from my house. Their drummer. His house is over there. There's Featherweight. Those two bands kind of worked together. Like, they had some of the same members. There's Midwinter, who goes to the same producer as we do. A Sense of Purpose. Who else am I missing? Because there's 1,000.
You can't put Frame Shifter in there.
Yeah, there's Frame Shifter too. It's just unbelievably stacked for no reason.
A sense of purpose.
Yeah, there's a lot of like newer guys and guys that have been doing it for a long time. But I've played music around here for over a decade, and it's always just been insane. I don't know what's in our water besides like lead, but like fluoride, lead. We got Akron water, Cleveland water. We got some rust in there. So I'm not sure what it is, but yeah, dude, it's awesome. We love playing with everybody, and just like we even hang out with like some of the other bands just outside of shows and stuff like that. It's just kind of everybody's all working very hard, and I think it just elevates the next band to do like, oh, they're doing that, let's do this. Like, let's all just keep doing what grows. And like when you're watching somebody around you do very well, it inspires you to do very well. So
I was just scrolling on Spotify, right? I was listening to Midwinter, and I was like, you guys slap. And then you guys, like, when you click a song on Spotify and it's just like the single, they start playing similar, like, related bands.
Mm-hmm.
And then I heard you guys, and I was like, oh, these guys are sick. And then I heard 6 Deep, and I pieced it all together. I was like, son of a bitch, they're all from Ohio.
we're all like within an hour.
Yeah.
That's actually insane, because it's not competition in a way, but you're also all trying to do the same thing. So it's crazy.
Yeah, it makes you want to do better, and really happy when they're doing well. So it's cool.
And you guys are you've been on a couple shows.
It's pretty sick. So
Oh,
where we sit, as far as like genre and stuff, is like we're dead in the middle, and all of our buddies' bands are across the board as far as like how heavy they are. So like we'll play shows with Six Deep, and then we'll play shows with Featherweight, and so on. So it's cool that like we're kind of like the Swiss Army knife as far as that goes. We can play like multi-genre shows.
So I'm curious, what is the most interesting show you've played so far? And I have two that on my head. Dan perked up like he has an answer, but I have two in my head that I think might be it.
I've only been in this band for what, like 6 months?
Yeah,
if
6
that.
months.
Yeah, about 6 months. So I'm the new guy. But yeah, the bromance, I got accustomed to that. Yeah, there's so much more to this band than just the music, dude. Like, it's a lot.
I saw a show that you guys were at a wrestling show in the middle of a cornfield, I think.
We've played an amateur wrestling match one time. That was pretty nuts.
That's the most metal shit I've ever heard.
Yeah, it was sick as fuck. And we played, like, there's a food drive we play in the middle of nowhere. So we have a thing about playing shows where we have no fucking phone service. So we take, like, a GoPro and we just document all of it. And we're like, this is dumb. Let's make 30 seconds of that. And then we post it throughout the year. But we do that a lot. We play a lot of random shows. We just played on Saturday. Dan experienced his first pool party palooza, which is an insane fucking show.
It's literally a pool party. As
That
soon
was
as
my-
I got there.
That was like the second show I was going to say was like the wrestling show or the pool party.
The pool party was nuts. Dude, as soon as I showed up, these guys were like, everything out of your pockets. And then they picked me up, threw me in the pool, dude.
I had him up on my shoulders within like 3 minutes of him being there.
I saw the video. You just dunked him into the water.
It's just insanity.
I was about to say, so did you just play your set and then just get thrown in the pool, or what was
No,
that?
I got thrown in the pool first.
So, yeah, we got there at like noon. We didn't play until almost 11.
Yeah. We were the second to last band that night.
I'm still sunburnt, if you can't tell by the red on there.
That's insane. I don't know how you would have done that because I would not have been sober at that point.
We weren't.
Yeah. It was
I
pretty
believe it.
questionable, yeah. Honestly, I have to give this man props. I don't understand how he can drink and then still perform the way he does. It's
He's a unit.
unbelievable.
What concerns me is because Corbin, you do the cleans, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So like, doing the cleans is not something you can easily do sober, let alone drunk. So I can only imagine how you could have done that.
I've just gotten used to it, I think. I don't know. I mean, it loosens you up.
Slurring my words, I just couldn't do it. I don't know how you did it.
I've had one or two of those. I had a birthday party show. I've never had a birthday party show. Never doing it again. I saw a video afterwards and I was like, whoa, dude. Like, I've played other shows. You know, you can drink, you can have fun, you can play. But there was, like, my tab was like $20, and I don't remember being barefoot at the end of the night.
But the best part about that show, too, is that's kind of the home base for Dead Cassette. We throw one show a year there, and it's at this little dive bar. It's called Park Place. Shout out to Park Place.
Shout out Park Place.
And I just happened to live upstairs in the apartment, so the drum kits were literally below my bedroom. So we had like 120 people in like a 40-cap bar, and it was just fucking chaos.
What is the best party story that you can tell on camera without getting anybody in trouble?
Ask Corbin, what do you think?
Ask me? I don't remember a lot of them.
Well,
You
I
don't
hope
have to answer that. If you need to plead the fifth, it's okay. I'm just genuinely curious.
Honestly, dude, a lot of shit we do is just kind of crazy. And we're not like trying to sound like, oh, we party, we do this. It's just we genuinely have fun.
You're just bros having a good time.
Yeah, we're just guys being dudes. And I don't know.
We
Like a story.
We took.
We climbed a building in Pittsburgh.
Yes, we did climb a building in Pittsburgh.
Why?
Why
Because
not?
why not?
Well, we were in this like.
It's
Okay,
Pittsburgh. It makes sense.
Yeah.
we can preface this by Corbin and I show up early to this, and the bar goes, your tab will be half off drinks until your tab hits $30, and after that, they're full price. And of course, Corbin and I were like,
What's the cheapest
beer?
beer?
We're like, what's the cheap beer? They're like, PBR. And they go, what are the PBRs? They go, $1.50 or something like that. And Corbin and I look at each other, they go, yeah, your PBRs are 75 cents a piece tonight. I was like,
Oh, no.
uh-oh. So then the venue was like tucked behind it had an alley behind it. And for whatever reason, the fire escape was so low on the building across the way that you could climb up it. It's like some city fire escapes, there's like, I don't know, 5 or 6 foot, so you don't do that. Well, there we were, fueled by PBR and rage, and we just go up the steps and we're just hanging out. I was checking out the Pittsburgh skyline. It was actually pretty sick.
PBR and Rage sounds like it should be an album title.
But then we threw Arthur into a cornfield one time.
We did throw Arthur in a cornfield.
God, you guys are some crazy.
That reminds me of so Rock Out Camp Out. It's a food drive for Central Ohio. It's one of those shows I was talking about where we have no service. But it used to be at a different location, and there was a giant cornfield behind the stage. And Arthur and I thought it would be hilarious. He's like, I've always wanted to run through a cornfield. It's like 2 a.m. And I'm like, fuck it, me too. And we can't find each other, but for some reason we both got on Facebook Live. And we're running through a fucking cornfield like, I can't find Arthur. And he's on his, I can't find Corbin. And like 10 minutes go by, and all of a sudden we're both like running for some reason at full speed. And just middle of the cornfield, just crash into each other. And we found each other, and we laid there and fucking laughed and probably got eaten by spiders and went back to our tents after that. But that's a good party story.
Yeah.
That's funny.
I in the corn.
I didn't hear about that one, actually.
Poor Dan, just like, what did I join at this point?
I know. Yeah, they weren't like this until I joined the band. No.
Oh, that's how it is. It's
Definitely
a relationship. Either they suck you in and then bam, you get the real version.
I've only been here 6 months, and I had no idea how crazy things are, but also how hardworking they are as well. I don't know. Like, yeah, we put in the work. We definitely put in the work.
So that was my next question is like, how has your transition kind of been into the band, learning their style and contributing what you do to their style? How has that kind of been a good transition for you?
His story about trying to join is hilarious.
Please share.
I don't know. Okay, well, here's the thing. I didn't have a lot going on. I was just working my job. Previously, I had been in a band called Fatal Method for like 15 years, and I played guitar and sang and screamed in that band. So that's mainly my background. Then I tried joining Audience of Rain for a little bit, and then that band ended up kind of imploding. It was like being in that band was like watching your parents get a divorce. And people just kept quitting, and then soon it was just me and one other guy, and we can't recover from that. So at the time, I wasn't in a project. And then I did join one band. They're not as active. They're called Erasing Never, but they did play Incarceration.
Your guys' show was sweet though.
A few years back. So I got that going too. I'm actually in another band too. But but then I saw on Facebook, I was just scrolling through my newsfeed one day, and they were looking for Dead Cassette had a flyer, and they were looking for a new vocalist. And a year prior, I had seen their video for If Love Was Lost, and I was like, wow, they're good, you know? And then I saw they needed a vocalist, and I was like, dude, I have to try. I have to fucking try. And I didn't know what I was up against. They had their poker face throughout the whole process of...
Can't let them know.
Yeah. The whole audition process, they definitely had a poker face up. But yeah, I messaged Arthur because I was friends with him on Facebook, hoping to get, a little more inside. Yeah, I did. I know. I was like, I am your guy. I'm right here.
He's trying to steal my man, that son of a bitch.
He was was right though. He was the guy for the job, dude, and I'm very happy.
Because I heard the way Justin screamed, and I was like, my scream's kind of similar. So I just happened to. There wasn't a huge transition for me. I do it the way I do it. It's relatively close to how Justin did his vocals, I think, and. I mean, it's not like perfect, but it's close. And then we're both white domestic dudes with long hair and like no tattoos. So some people haven't even noticed that the vocalist has changed.
I've heard people call him Justin's older brother.
Yeah, or Butt Rock.
And now he's on the freaking cover of the new album.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we did cover him in like 25 pounds of dirt for that picture. So he's been through the mud for us already.
I know. And, I was the one who was kind of like, yeah, let me do it. You know.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of curious how Daniel and Corbin, how your kind of vocal dynamics go hand in hand with each other. How do you kind of balance that out? Having two vocalists is not always the easiest thing. You just saw I Prevail, unfortunately, split with two vocalists. How do you guys kind of...
I play guitar, so I make myself slightly less expendable. But
better watch out, Dan. He's looking to replace.
No, it'll be me. No, no, he's got a fucking fantastic voice as well. But I feel like with some of our song structure, it's just kind of like, you know, this sounds like a you part, this sounds like a me part. It's whatever's best for the song, the final product, and like our art and what we want to put out there. It's literally like, I'm like, if this sounds better for him to do it, you do it. Or if it sounds better that I do it. And our producer, Danny, he's really smart with that too. He's kind of, he's coined the phrase with us that he's like, my favorite part about your sound is that you don't have one. And in a way, he's right. Like, we do bounce around a little bit between like the subgenres of metalcore, which is already a subgenre. So we're a little messy that way, but it's whatever makes the best song. I feel like anytime that we're recording anything, like we're getting ready to go back to the studio, and this is our first like demo process with Dan. He can also play guitar. An hour before we got on here, it was, here's a guitar. I'm just going to sit here and click record, and we're going to see what works. And then I'll take the guitar, I'll change a couple notes, give it back to him.
Yeah, we were just passing the guitar back and forth writing.
Yeah, it's whatever sounds cool. That's what we want to do.
Yeah.
So with like songs like Burn the Lights Out and If Love Was Lost, those kind of coexist with songs like Soul Extinction and Witchwoods. How do you approach your storytelling across such a wide array of songs like that? So
when I write story kind of songs, like I'll use If Love Was Lost for an example, it's the calm part of that feeling. Like I still hear your voice in my head, all that kind of stuff. You're talking from that perspective of like the calm, looking at it. Wow, Dan. Wow.
So unprofessional, Dan.
Sorry. It's my dad.
How dare your dad call me?
My dad calls at the worst appropriate time.
It's kind
the
of
most inappropriate times every time.
My dad hasn't called in 27 years.
Oh shit,
brother.
Damn, I don't know what to say.
Okay, carry on.
So it's like you're carrying the varieties of the emotion. So the pre-chorus that I always love until I've lost, no matter what the cost, and now I know it's all because if that love was lost. Like, so it ramps up the aggression with the mood of the song, the style of the vocals, and then you're describing that same emotion, but, you know, wondering why I got to that point or doing that. It's building a story based off the emotion first, kind of.
And so when you're writing, is there anything like in particular that you're pulling from, or are you just kind of really reaching into those emotions and kind of...
Yeah, I mean, really just kind of reaching in. Like, a lot of our songs are just very much, you know, this is what's going on. This is what I'm feeling. This is, and, you know, maybe somebody else is. Cool. I hope they are. I don't hope they are, honestly. But, you know what I mean? It's pulling from that story and just kind of like, okay, where does my life fit into this? And how can I just be honest? Like, a lot of songs for me are just like, this is what I'm feeling. This is why. I'm going to write it down and I'm going to go yell it and hope, if anybody relates to it, that's fucking sick. If not, I'm really happy for them because, it's not always happy songs.
Yeah, and I agree. There's not always happy songs, but I know you guys jokingly say you're the dollar store wage war, but I'm kind of curious for all three of you, who do you kind of pull your inspirations from in your own individual style to create the sound that is Dead Cassette now?
I do really like Wage War in the metalcore kind of genre there. I didn't get into metalcore till like 2010. So it was like Killswitch, Asking Alexandria, Parkway Drive, Ohio. So we've got like Attack, Plotting You. Like that was kind of my introduction to metalcore. And then I went backwards to like Norma Jean, Maylene, those kinds of bands. But now I listen to, this is going to sound dumb, but I listen to a lot of country. I listen to a lot of pop, anything that like I can learn from. Like when you listen to and play a certain genre for so long, I'm just kind of like, okay, cool. Hardy's fucking sick, and Mitchell Tenpenny, and like even the stuff Bill Murray's doing now, like those structures, those harmonies, they can help build good heavy music.
I think that's true.
Yeah.
That's totally true. Especially when you create metal all the time and that's what you're listening to and you're always grinding, metal down your throat. You need something else to kind of just freshen up just clean the slate, mentally, I think.
So Daniel, what is your kind of inspiration when you're pulling?
A lot, dude. Everything. Yeah, like
I'll tell you what I think you remind me of. You know me. I'm hearing birds.
I know. Well, first off,
I know you're gonna say one of them.
I like when I played in Fatal Method. I was in that for 15 years, and that was like my little baby back in the day. That was the first band I had ever started, and I was in it for a long time. Back then, I listened to Killswitch, and As I Lay Dying, and
pretty problematic As I Lay Dying. It's just going on the internet.
All That Remains, Lamb of God. And that's the thing is, later on, I definitely have a heavy influence for Lamb of God for my screaming, because I was in a tribute band with some of the other local musicians. Seldom Fade, we play with them all the time. They're guitarist. And The Behest of Serpents, they're a really heavy band. Half of that tribute band that I was in went to form The Behest of Serpents. They're like a death metal kind of band.
They're fucking sweet.
They are. They sound like the Black Dahlia Murder kind of. But definitely a heavy Lamb of God influence on my screaming. And then when I joined these guys, I heard how Justin screamed, and I kind of manipulated a little bit more for that.
Little style matching, yeah.
A little bit.
Still got your own flavor, though.
Yeah. Here and there, I try to throw my actual singing voice into the scream and pitch the scream if I can, just on certain parts.
There'll be more of that you'll hear in the next 6 months.
Probably. Probably. Corey Taylor from Slipknot, he does that a lot. Almost sounds like he's yelling, almost. But yeah. Actually, Spud from The Behest of Serpents, I don't hang out with him as much as I used to, but he gave me some tips on how he screamed, because he is an amazing vocalist. And I took that, and on the way home from work one day, I'm driving in my car and I'm messing around, kind of doing what he had suggested, and boom, I figure out this new kind of scream, love it. And years later, I joined these guys, and that's what I'm doing now. Yeah.
Well, Sam, I'm curious about you. You can have so many different styles of drumming. Who are your influences, and how do they kind of affect how you drum? Do you destroy your cymbals, or what kind of drummer are you?
He's deep thinking. He hits hard as a motherfucker.
So when I was a kid, it was just like your traditional classic rock drummers I was really into, your John Bombs of the world and stuff like that. And then if I'm playing drums by myself, which is few and far between anymore, I'm listening to anything without real drums. I'm listening to EDM, I'm listening to hip hop, anything like that to get I described as texture in my playing. So even though, I'm known as the hit hard guy and, I try to play my parts as clean as possible and all that stuff. But I try to play drums like I'm writing a song. So I have the ghost notes. I'm not going to be the fastest guy or the most flashy guy, but I try to have original parts when I write. I'm somebody be like, oh, that's pretty cool. You know what I mean? But then I dive into the nerdy industry drummers, the drummers that only drummers would know. And that's where I learn certain techniques and stuff
Mike Portnoy.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah, you're Mike Portnoys and Thomas Langs and people like that. People who are nerdy musicians, kind of musicians. So I'll learn from that and just take things and add them to my toolbox, and then just kind of implement them. COVID really changed my playing because I just had a bunch of time. I was and I learned a bunch of stuff. And for example, if Love Was Lost, those choruses or the verses I play with the ghost notes and stuff, I would have not played that 3 or 4 years ago. But because I sat there and played to electronic music and hip hop stuff, it kind of forced my hand to learn different stuff and to extend my vocabulary. So I'm not going to sit there and practice and play double kick metalcore grooves for an hour and a half by myself. You have to play something different. You know what I mean? But yeah, and even when I was young, I was in an orchestral band. So that taught me where my place is in the dynamic of an entire band, 30, 40 piece band, where my part is and where I sit dynamically. And when you ride the roller coaster of a song. So that has a big part of my playing too. And that was, 20 years ago. So
I think moral of the story is draw inspiration from all genres and employ that into your music and do what's best for the song.
Yeah.
There's no reason to do blast beats over a chorus where you're singing, if the song doesn't call for it. Sometimes the song writes sometimes the song writes itself.
Yeah, no, I feel that. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I get it. Personally, I feel like there's a little bit of Beartooth in there.
Again, I love Beartooth.
Yeah. An Ohio guy. Devil Wears Prada, I hear, and a little bit of Fit for a King, I hear as well.
Yeah, no, those are some of my top 5 current metalcore bands. I love all the new stuff Prada's doing. Beartooth is insane. I went to that arena show they did in Columbus. That was nuts. That's a lot of stuff I do draw from currently too. Yeah, so
thanks for the compliment. That's a compliment.
Well, I heard the new Fit for a King album, and I was I heard you guys, and I was they sound eerily similar in a way. Ryan Kirby, his vocals were insane on this album, and I was I kind of can piece that a little bit together with you guys as well. It's they kind of sound very similar in a way in terms of style. So I definitely see it come up there for the Dollar Store Wage Wars.
Fuck yeah, we'll be Family Dollar Fit for a King.
Hell yeah, baby.
Dollar Tree Devil Wears Prada.
Dollar Tree Devil Wears Prada. Yeah, dude. We got so many shirts coming out, dude. Fuck yeah.
It's not Devil Wears Prada. It's Devil Wears Walmart now.
Oh my fuck, that's fantastic.
Oh my god.
Speaking of, as we have one of our homies off camera with one of our most popular shirt designs on right now. Come on in.
Oh, the NASCAR shirt, dude.
Hey.
Take my seat for a second.
Look at that 69, baby. What a number. That's beautiful.
Oh, fuck yeah, dude. Sam and I are NASCAR nerds, so.
I'm a NASCAR nerd, dude. I live in North Carolina, man. I go to.
That's sick. Our bass player is there right now.
Oh, man. I'm so sorry. Yeah, no, it's hot down here, dude. But I go to NASCAR all the time. We got Charlotte here, Richmond, and Martinsville are all within a driving distance of me. So I'll be going all the time.
Fuck yeah.
I see a Stone Cold shirt on there. Are you a wrestling guy too?
The fucking Stone Cold, brother.
Hell yeah, brother. I dragged my wife to WrestleMania this year, so that was an
sick.
No shit, dude. Fuck yeah.
I'm probably the wrestling nerd of the band for sure.
Definitely.
Dude, I'm a big indie wrestling guy, and then she watches it because she's a sick freak. She likes the blood and mayhem. She's so we dragged her to WrestleMania, and that was a good time. But anyway, back to music. Yeah, forget music. We don't need that. That's not what we're outside of music. I guess we're kind of leaning into this, but what are your kind of inspirations outside of music that kind of drives your creativity?
I mean, with a lot of the songs and a lot of the lyrics I write, it's just real life. You know, I sometimes like my life's really chill now. Like I'm engaged. I've got cats. I go golfing on the weekends. I work a decent job. A lot of it can be for me, like thinking back on, the life you've lived so far. When it comes to music for me, or I'll just, go outside or sit on the porch and smoke some weed and just, think about life and think about everything going on, and how different people are affected by either your actions or the actions of the world, and just fucking sit there and nerd out for like 5 minutes with yourself. And then like, I never write anything usually on the spot. Like it'll be an idea, it'll be something I'm thinking about and it'll come back to me later. And then I'll sit there and like, something will come to me with some words and I'm like, well, maybe it'll fit over this one of these million of riffs that we've recorded and sat down.
What do you got, Dan?
That's a pretty good answer. I can definitely relate with what Corbin said.
He goes outside, tans his butthole, dude, right up to the sun.
Photosynthesized, dude.
Photosynthesized.
Yeah, I can definitely relate with what Corbin said. My life's been really up and down. Yeah, we don't have to get into that, but it's mostly women.
Sam's inspiration outside me.
Mostly due to women and the decisions that I make with that. So I can definitely draw a lot of information from that, or a lot of inspiration from that.
That's the most trailer park thing you ever said.
Hell yeah!
Hell yeah! Oh yeah, baby!
I don't know.
Shayla took the kids,
and really, you just.
Oh, you got the banquets too? Oh shit!
Yeah, I'm bougie, bitch.
Dang, these were warm, and I put them in the freezer.
It's a chance. Writing is a chance to put your feelings out there, man. Sometimes I don't write. When I write, I'm not thinking about. At least at first, I don't think about what everyone else outside of me is going to think. I just write it for me.
Yeah.
Especially at least as a first draft, that's where I start. I'm like, this is like pretty much a musical poem is what it is. And this is for me. And as I write and get closer to a final draft, I think about, the audience definitely, but it all stems from personal struggles, typically.
Yeah.
We know Sam's influence is Arthur, so that's all we need.
Yeah, for me, like anybody who's in like any sort of alternative genre, heavy, not heavy, most likely you've been through some shit. So won't go that rabbit hole. All of us fellas in this band have been through some crazy stuff, but I've always related to like art that's like has like this physical interaction. You go to a show that's art that feels like it's its own entity. It lives, it feels like it breathes, and you interact. As opposed to when you look at like a painting, nothing wrong with seeing artwork. I like doing that once in a while as well. But I've always related to art that has physical application too. Like I skate and ride BMX, so I'll go to the skate park, ride my bike, take some slams, and it's fun. Like I got my physical health in shape and I got into the workout world, and that's like almost a similar to release as being on stage.
Yeah.
But just without a crowd there, you know what I mean? But anything that has real application as well as art, because art isn't really a thing; it's an emotional response. So. Whoa. I mean, that's what it is, man. Philosophizing.
We were talking about throwing people in cornfields and shotgun of beers on stage 5 minutes ago.
Yeah.
I love it.
I'm an idiot, but I have a college degree too, dude. You know what I mean?
The duality of this band.
It's it's crazy that the inspirations you kind of pull from. I was talking to Brandon from Six Deep literally like 2 days ago, and we were chatting about how like his escape is reading like fantasy novels and stuff, and so like you can kind of pull from those inspirations that you like and can kind of create a unique sound. And those with you guys, like Barry and Sink or Swim, I think is like the culmination of your sound over the years that you kind of pull those inspirations from to where you're at now. Where do you see things? And Daniel, I know you're 6 months in, but like looking back for all three of you, like where you were to where you are now, how is that kind of those inspirations kind of changed your style today?
For me, it's just playing with people and playing different shows and everything like that. Like I constantly get inspired. Like I get inspired by the guys in the band and our friends in other bands. Just like I love the 2 new songs. We've got another one coming soon. And it's completely different than the first 2. Like Sink or Swim was kind of, we just wanted a bouncy riff and let's do that. And then Barry it leaned into the more old school metalcore and then some of like the new metal type verses and things like that. And the 4 on the Floor, just bridge. The next song is fucking way out there compared to those last 2.
Yeah. It'll be a banger though.
Earworm too.
It's
dude.
a
That
fucking
chorus.
catchy song, dude.
Yeah.
That was the goal of it, and we were like, let's just write something fun and let's write something for us. Everything that we do write is for us, and I think that shows with how everything's a little bit different. Like none of the songs are ever going to sound exactly the same as the last one.
No, and I can agree with that based on everything I've listened to. Like your whole discography is completely different with each song, each progression. I mean, you include your style, but each style is different. I mean, Barry and Sink or Swim are not the same style either.
Yeah. It's fun to do it that way.
Yeah, I mean, it keeps people on their toes for sure. What is the writing process like when you're piecing together songs like those 2 for this next album and you're kind of pulling maybe this one be a good fit, or are you still actively writing what's going to become the next album?
Yeah, we're always kind of writing. We've got another single on the way, and we're going to do a couple more songs in August. Not sure what we'll piece together as like an EP or an album yet, because I feel like sometimes with those, like you want to have a little bit of a concept and kind of make it a little more cohesive. But the singles route has been really fun for us, so we've got like 3 or 4 more on the way here soon. When we're writing them, it's like Running in Circles and If Love Was Lost. Those started with Arthur wrote some crazy lead lines and sent them over, and I ended up writing choruses around them or an intro riff or like just a breakdown. And I'll piece those together here and throughout, and then kind of like, okay, we've got our intro, we've got our chorus, we've got our breakdown, and build the rest of the song out from there, kind of in our similar structure. I think that's what ties all of our songs together is the structure. They all sound a little bit different, but the structure is still like a recognizable pattern for us. But yeah, so like those started with a lead riff, or I'll sit here and write a riff, and then Sam and our bass player Joe will come over and they'll just talk rhythm section. I have no idea what the fuck they're saying half the time. It sounds like, but what if I fucking triple click this, and then we go there, and then we do that? I'm like, all right, cool. I'm gonna go do something else in my house for 10 minutes, and then come back, and they're gonna be like, this is fucking sweet, right? And I'm like, fuck yeah, do it again. And then I'll walk away for another 10 minutes.
One thing I really appreciate, and that I've seen from being in this band so far, is that during the writing process, everybody has a chance to put their input in.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone has a piece in every song that gets written.
Yeah, it's a band. You band together. You fucking let everybody do what they think is going to sound good, and then you all just take a pick on what actually sounds good. Because, I mean, it could sound good to you, it could sound good to another person. Like, I love everyone's ideas, genuinely, and we're just kind of like, well, how do we just piece them all together and make songs? And we've all grown as musicians and, you know, what we're doing as a band over the last few singles. And we all have, like, the same idea in the back of the head. We're like, all right, well, we know where this needs to go, but how do we want to get there? And we all just kind of throw in and see what happens.
As well as we let our producer Danny, I call him like Big Brother.
He's a fucking wizard.
Yeah, so if we throw him an idea, he'll be like, well, this kind of sucks. Why don't we do this? And he'll throw something. He'll write a part or something. We're like, okay, that fucks. We'll go with that. Cool. So he's an extra voice that we trust and respect.
Yeah, and sometimes an outside opinion is pretty valuable.
Yeah, it's because, you want everybody to hear it how someone else is going to hear it too. And it's just, he's been invaluable, man. Like, since we started working with him, every song has gotten exponentially better. And even if it's like he changes a lot or changes like one little thing, you're just like, you know what? You fucking genius.
Like, we had him like on the next one in the pipeline where he's doing his thing, and I hear him humming the chorus line, like the rhythm of him, like, we got something, boys. It got stuck in his head. I've never heard one of our riffs get stuck in his head, like, in real time. So hopefully that's a good sign.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, the chorus for Barry has been stuck in my head. I've been listening to that on the way back from work a lot. Sorry, my cat is meowing. If it's any consolation, I've sent both of your most recent songs, so Sink or Swim and Barry, to one of my best friends, and he was like, holy fuck, these guys slap. And he is very hard to please. So take that as a win.
Dude. I'm stoked that we got his approval. Fuck yeah.
Dude, you don't even know him, but he's very hard to please. He's like, if it's not heavy, I don't want it. And I'm like, well, here you go, brother.
It's kind of heavy.
Yeah, right? So
no, we could be heavier if we wanted to, but I like having melody in it.
Yeah.
I mean,
Corbin's such a singer. We need Corbin's vocals. They're amazing.
No.
I love the cleans. I like the melodies, and I think it really adds to the style and really kind of fits that metalcore genre very well, and especially in a genre that like can be very repetitive. I think you guys stand out. It's like, because I was just thinking today, it's like there's a lot of metalcore that sounds very similar, and then it just kind of doesn't do anything for me. And then you guys come in and I'm like, oh, there we go, we're good.
We're happy to have found our place there. Fuck yeah, we appreciate it.
I love your music videos in particular. I was going back and watching them today.
Oh, we go.
Sink or Swim was
and a nice big intro for that one.
I just like, so you just went ahead and was like, we're going to make fun of the trope. And then we're going to do the exact thing. We were just throwing guys off the roof.
Fuck yeah, dude. That's the joke of it.
Yeah, it was beautiful. Next thing I know, freaking Dan's got wet hair, is glistening with blue lights. I was like, this is magnificent.
Oh, all right. It's like, all right, guys, we're going to do what every other metalcore band does.
But say we're not going to do it, but then do it. No, that was a super funny video to make. Like, Jamal, Thaddeus Cornerstone in that video. He's one of my oldest friends. I've known him since I was like 14. He has known Jackson also. We've all known each other since we were 14. Jackson, the producer of the video. Jamal, who was Thaddeus Cornerstone in the video. And I was like, guys, I have a really dumb idea. It's like, can we just make fun of the fucking, like, the blue light warehouse thing? Because we had this idea. Marcus from Voxel Percussion, who let us in the building, we have him at our disposal to act. He's got that great accent.
That's his real voice.
That was no accent. That's his real voice. It's great.
To clarify, this isn't the building you broke into and climbed the roof of, right?
No, different building. But yeah, we were trying to think of something, and Jackson and I had like called each other at like 1 a.m. like 2 or 3 different times. Like, but what if it was this, or like what if somebody's mad about this or anything like that. And we were like, what if we're just in a bad mood to film a metalcore video? Like, let's just do that. And I sat there like trying to think of those lines for like a week. It's like, what am I going to say that's, one, I don't like my own voice on camera. I hardly like hearing my own voice in songs. Like, I'm fucking weird about it. But I'm like, what can I say to just like really drive this point home? Like, what are we going to do about it? And like, I think one of the original lines was like, dude, I'm just going to crash the fuck out if they ask us to do this kind of video. And we're like, well, why don't we just make it a whole skit and turn it into like, I'm in a bad mood for no reason. And like, we're going to fucking throw them off the roof. And we had a fire escape and a bunch of towels at our disposal to make look like bodies. We're like, let's just do it.
I thought you were going to yeet Arthur off the building if he asked you if you were okay one more time.
Yeah, I thought about it. I mean, I think about that like regardless of if he's asking me anything. But he's not here, so he can't say shit.
Dan, how long was that walk carrying the body for Barry, dude? You were just
Oh, wow.
the body this whole video.
Okay, so we filled the body. I wanted to make it just. My idea was, it's just gonna be real. It's just gonna be. There wasn't much acting in that.
It's gonna be real. Did you kill somebody?
No. I mean,
No, of
kill the
course
guy.
not.
What we did though is we tried to make the
Is that
The
why
body.
Arthur's not here?
as real as we could. I went home and had an old protein powder container. I cut it and like taped it and make it look like a face so that underneath of it, it looked like, there's a nose poking out, stuff like that. We filled the bag with like almost 50 pounds of concrete. And I'm dragging around like 50 pounds. So it at least looks like it's got some weight and I'm like really pulling on it.
The torso was Miller Lite containers. So
It was. And they were filled with concrete.
filled
Yeah.
with concrete.
Oh, jeez.
His name is Lenny, but we call him Lenny Light. He's still in my garage.
Yeah.
That is beautiful. You should sell that on the internet one day when you blow up.
We're going to sell Lenny Light.
We'll just send it to your house, dude.
Oh, yeah. Tell my
You know
wife
what
to use
we were
it.
thinking about in the next music
He
video,
might
maybe
end up
make
in the
an
next video.
appearance.
Yeah.
Oh,
Might
my.
make an appearance in the next video. Just a little Easter egg. But anyway.
Lenny Light, dude.
Yeah, I drug it around for a while, dude.
It's like a 6-hour shoot.
It was, yeah, it was.
A
So
6-hour shoot, and he was the only one in it.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, I mean, 6
All said
hours.
and done.
We drove to like 2 locations. We covered you in blood and dirt.
yeah.
I hope to God there wasn't a person walking by seeing you drag this thing.
Well, here's the thing.
Cops did come by a few times.
Yeah, so we actually, what was it, Edwin Shaw?
Yeah, in Akron, there's an old, it used to be an abandoned like insane asylum and tuberculosis hospital from like the early 1900s. There's like 246 graves and unmarked graves there and all this stuff. It's just in the middle of a neighborhood. Like they put a driving range next to it. But
There's a no trespassing sign, and we went past that.
Yeah.
Way past that.
So that was the original spot, and then the other spot was our friend's mom's house, like her woods by her house.
But at Edwin Shaw, we parked in a way so that, because as soon as we got there, cop drove by.
Oh, Jesus.
We could see that. I know. And there must have been like throughout the whole entire shoot, you were standing at
There were a lot of cops. I had them on.
I can't believe they didn't stop us and ask what we
Well,
were
we
doing.
parked. We kind of pulled tree branches down, but we
That's not suspicious at all.
no,
Yeah.
I don't think so.
So it was a little risky doing the whole thing, to be honest.
It was funny though. I had them on speakerphone while Sam and I were down, like at the gate, like cops, no cops, cops, no cops.
Yeah, well, we were filming and I was dragging it. Jackson, the guy who does our videos, there was a speakerphone conversation from you and Jackson, just in case, like, hey, cops are coming or not, you know.
Because we were just going to leave them there and then take the cars and be like, oh, sorry, we were just turning around and hope they let us go and then come back and get them later.
Oh, Jesus.
That was
And then the best part of this, after we're done shooting, Lenny was in my car for about 2 days, so with the shovel. So if I would have got pulled over, I would have had fucking Lenny and a shovel in the car.
Yeah, it definitely. If we would have got involved with the cops during this shoot, it definitely would have looked really bad because looks like I got a dead body. I'm covered in blood. Hands are literally. I'd be caught like red-handed.
You have a shovel.
I have a shovel.
Yeah.
He would be dead to rights for sure.
So apparently it does look too real because we tried to take some Google ads out and they're like, no.
Yeah, they're flagging it for like negative content.
Yeah. Like,
What are you trying to do with it?
Like, well, we were just going to take out like some random Google ads. Be like, hey, listen to this song. And then Google was just like, fuck no.
Oh,
He's trying to promote.
I didn't know if you were trying to sell Lenny on the internet to the black.
No.
We might at one point, $20.
Hey, he's worth 25. Show some respect.
All right, that's a case.
Yeah, I dragged that body around for a while. It felt like a half a mile. It might have been. I don't know. There was a lot of dragging.
It was a lot, yeah.
I'm sitting there in my office and I'm watching this video and I go, damn, how long did he walk with this body? And it's just like watching you do this. And I was like, God, that's a mountain he's climbing.
Yeah.
It was fun.
But on top of that kind of visual, the album work, or at least the artwork for Barry, is one of my favorites I've seen. Who does your artwork?
We did that one ourselves.
Yeah.
Same with Sink or Swim. Those were just like, we kind of wanted people are drawn to eyes and like other people's faces and things like that. So we kind of took that human connection idea of it. And like Sink or Swim was a picture. This was a picture. Like, we took the picture in my garage. We laid out a tarp and laid Dan down in the dumped topsoil and flowers all over him. And we turned some lights on and took the picture. And I literally just slapped logos on it. But so those ones we've done ourselves.
Was it an iPhone picture or was it with a camera?
It was a camera.
No, it was with a good camera.
Yeah.
I think Arthur took the photos.
Yeah, he took them with a really nice camera.
Okay, good, because I'm a photographer and I get gripey if people take iPhone pictures.
Yeah, no, it was a camera.
Yeah, I thought they were uniquely done. I honestly thought it was like a whole professional photo shoot that you guys did. So the in your garage thing is crazy.
Dirt in a garage.
Yeah.
You're just burying Dan alive, and then he's gonna go.
Yeah, someone had a bag of dirt, and I bought a bouquet of flowers from Giant Eagle, brought it to practice, and we did the whole thing. Yeah.
I'm kind of glad you didn't buy, or maybe you did. Did you buy all the supplies to wrap Lenny up?
No.
Time.
No, those were empty Miller Lite cases, broomstick.
I'm just worried about the trash bag, the rope.
Oh, that was all real. We bought one bed sheet. That was it.
Yeah.
Okay, as long as nobody asks questions, we're fine.
Yeah, don't you ask questions, buddy. You know?
Okay, fine.
Enough!
The body in that video was about as MacGyver as you could get, dude. And we tried to make it look really good. Yeah, I did buy the rope too. I bought that from Lowe's.
As long as you're not rolling up to the counter at Lowe's and they start asking questions.
Yeah.
They can mind their business.
So one of my last couple questions: what are the most favorite songs that you guys have individually done and or performed?
My favorite to perform is Running in Circles every time.
Yeah.
I don't know. That song just hits.
Is there anything about it, or is it just the style of the song just really gets it to you?
Everything. It feels good to do. It sounds good. It makes me move on stage. Every time when we get to that song in the set, I am greased up. I don't know, man.
Greased, bricked.
Fucking walk on stage. Holy shit.
I don't know why. Yeah, that one just really hits home for me.
That one gets me a lot, yeah.
Sink or Swim's really fun, too.
That is fun.
It's a little more challenging vocally.
Yeah.
Why is it, to you, vocally challenging?
By the time I get to the second pre-chorus, it's just it's a little wordy. There's not a lot of time for a good breath during the verses, and so I've got to strategically take in a big amount of breath and do what I need to do and just muscle through it. That one's always pretty hard for me to do.
I think If Love Was Lost, that's one of the songs I'm most proud of writing. So that's always really fun to play live. running in circles is really important to me. So it's always a really good, just emotional time. Like he said, it's just a fucking fun song to play live. I don't know what it is about it live, but every time, like people singing along with that chorus and like what it means to me and shit is just, it's wild. So those two in sink or swim, I agree. Yeah.
Sam, what do you got?
My two, just because they're on the complete opposite spectrum, are "If Love Was Lost," because that was my baby. That was my first song back in the years.
Song. Yeah,
and it's fun. And then on the opposite ends, "Depravity," because that's completely on the opposite end. That song gasses me, and it's usually at the end of the set anyway. So I like the contrast of those two songs, and those songs are next to each other in our set currently, right? If I'm remembering correctly.
Yeah.
So those two songs set right next to each other, so it's fun going on the complete opposite end and just seeing people lose their shit at the end of "Depravity" is always good.
Yeah, it's a fun time.
So I've seen these guys lose their shit. Depravity too.
You have to. It's got a Depravity has a very chaotic feel to it, and ending the set with it is a pretty good choice because we could just. You got wireless guitars. I got a wireless mic. We could go out in the crowd if we want. I don't know. So at the last show, by the end, I was like on my knees and then on just laying on my back on the stage. The very last scream of the song. Yeah, it's
a fun one.
Yeah.
Last question is, what is your future looking like right now? Like, what are you guys in the process of doing? I know you said you're kind of writing stuff tonight. You were out there passing the guitar around. Like, what is the next, let's say 6 months, let's round it out in December. What does that look like for Dead Cassette?
Filming 2 to 3 music videos, another song coming soon, 2 more pretty soon after that. We've got a few shows left, like I think about 10 shows left this year. We're doing 2 shows with Filth next weekend. And then we've got 1 or 2 I can't talk about. But then there's also a really big Halloween show in Cleveland that we're co-headlining in October. That's going to be really fun.
Ooh, what's that one show? The one that we booked at Mercury Arankai?
Oh, yeah. We're playing with Echo and Arankai. So that'll be fun. That'll be a nice little contrast. Get us off of just strictly metal shows and see what happens. That's in like a month. But yeah, just releasing new stuff. We've got some shows. We're really booking heavy into next year and trying to hit the road a little bit more. So most of my focus has been next year.
Try to branch out.
Yeah.
So get your bed ready when we come down there, baby.
We need somewhere.
Let me know when you come to North Carolina, dudes. I'm there, man. We'll do some videos. I'll get some pictures. We'll have a good time.
Fuck yeah.
But not like the Jeffrey Dahmer. I'll take some pictures. Where I'll take
okay.
pictures. You on
the glasses threw me for a second.
Oh, I was thinking more OnlyFans, but all right, whatever.
Hey, those beards could make some serious money. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, well, we'll do what we can do.
All right, guys. I'm James from SoundlinkTV, and this is Dead Cassette. Thank you all for listening, and we'll see you next time.
See you later, man. Thank you.
Thanks, dude.